Yo, what up? It's your boy Hack to the Tech till they get that checky check. Know what I'm saying? People talking about mixing Palo Viejo with freaking soda. Who who would mix Palo Viejo with soda, B? That is insane, son. Know what I'm saying? You can't mix Palo Viejo with soda. I mean, I never mixed Palo Viejo with soda. Never. You know what I'm saying? I just never did it. You know what I'm saying? I just never did it. It never tasted good. You drink that stuff straight up, son. Straight up, no chaser. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You mix Bacardi rum. You mix Bacardi rum with soda. You know what I mean? Not Palo Viejo. I don't. And Palo Viejo used to be my favorite drink. My favorite drink. You know what I'm saying? You can ask anybody. We said at the store, yo, let's get that Palo Viejo. You know what I mean? We didn't mix that with nothing. We drank that straight out the bottle like, pause, facts. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Shut your mama up. You heard? Facts. Yo, check it out. So some things I want to talk about, you heard? You know what I'm saying? One thing is about, all right, so I was watching that 6ix9ine thing, and where Fat Joe was saying that they could crown 6ix9ine. They could crown 6ix9ine the Rat King, and then 6ix9ine was like, well, if they could crown me the Crown King, the Rat King, then we could crown him the Captain King. You heard? He ain't never robbed nobody, no gins, man. Get the F out of here, yo. You know, skip that. You know what I'm saying? Skip that, you heard? Skip that, facts. You know what I'm saying? All I spit is facts. Let me take textile. Facts. Because all I spit is facts, you heard? If I wouldn't have snitched, I would have been the next big pun. Facts. I would have been the next Latino to burn. Facts. But I couldn't do it. You know why? Because I snitched. Facts. Not nobody respect me. Facts. Now I need people to pay for my mansion and all my things. Facts. That's why I had to do a Vlad interview. Facts. Why ain't Nas doing an interview with Vlad, huh? Why ain't Vlad doing an interview with Vlad? Why ain't Nas doing the interview with Vlad? Why ain't Jay-Z doing no more interviews with Vlad? Why ain't nobody doing like, shout out to Vlad. This ain't nothing against Vlad, you know what I mean? But you see how the most important people, they don't do interviews with Vlad. It's like people you don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, what, like, did Vlad ever do a video with Suave Drilly that just passed away? I don't know. I gotta check that out. Rest in peace to Suave Drilly. You know what I'm saying? I bet you a lot of you never heard of him. But he was a Latino from the Bronx that got murdered coming out of parole. They killed him. Blacata, blacata. You heard? Facts. You know what I'm saying? And that's facts to the cataracts. Don't ever take cataracts, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, anyway. So So what I'm trying to say is that if Fat Joe, it's hoodie season, so I can promote it. If Fat Joe is the freaking Cap King, then we gotta call all rappers cappers. You know what I mean? Because every rapper is a capper. You know what I'm saying? You remember that line by Nas? Remember that line from Nas? I'm a hijack Delta. Something like that. He said something like that. I'm a hijack Delta. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. He said in one of his rhymes he will hijack Delta. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that a bit of exaggeration? Or is that an enormous amount? I'm a hijack Delta. Like, come on. Do you really think Nas, and no disrespect to Nas, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nas. Nas is dope, but you know, half the stuff he wrote about, half the stuff he spoke about, he just saw it. He just saw it through his project building. He just lived it. His brother Jungle was really living it, but Nas wasn't really living it. You know what I mean? He just saw it. Nas is a poet. You know what I mean? Nas is a poet. He's a poet. You know what I'm saying? With a wonderful voice and like beautiful music. Like, I mean, I don't care if this dude like Nas, I don't care if Nas didn't live what he wrote. Everything he spit is golden to me. Like, just his voice, just this feeling, his vibes. It's just dope to me. I mean, you know, and it's not only because he's from Queens. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that much. It's not only because he's from Queens. I'll tell you that much. Word. Smoke a Dutch to that much. You heard? Facts. Yo, but I'll tell you this much though. Fat Joe, they calling him Cap King. I bet you though, I could believe the stories Fat Joe say. I could, cause when I was a little baby, I saw Fat Joe, and this dude looked like a straight gorilla. All right, he was coming out of the Coliseum in Jamaica, Queens. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was coming out of the Coliseum in Jamaica, Queens. The dude was coming out of the Coliseum in Jamaica, Queens. Like a damn gorilla. And I was like, who's that? That's not Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's Fat Joe. That's Fat Joe. Facts! You know what I'm saying? That's Fat Joe, B. Ese Fat Joe. 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 Ese gordo. Ese gordo es Fat Joe. Ese gordo. Ese gordo Fat Joe. Ese gordo. Now we gotta call him Skinny. Skinny Joe. Ese Flaco Joe. Ese Flaco Joe. Oh, ese Flaco Joe. Ese Flaco. Que era gordo, pero él es flaco now, you heard? Facts! Nah, but to be 100 with y'all, the dude was coming out of Coliseum like, and you don't even know how he was looking. I saw him. I was scared. I backed away. You know how many people were there? The place was crowded because of that Wu-Tang video, Ice Cream. That's the first time they shot that video. You know what I'm saying? Capadonna was there. Freaking Method Man was there on top of the ice cream truck. Freaking Raekwon, Ghostface. I saw RZA. Raekwon and Ghost started chilling on the corner, smoking weed. They was smoking weed with people. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed. They were cracking beers. Method Man was hiding in the RV truck. You know what I'm saying? He was signing autographs in the RV truck. He's like, yo, y'all want an autograph? Y'all want an autograph? He was hiding, bro. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, Meth, get out the RV, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, what's up? Let me get an autograph or something, B. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But he wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? The only time I saw him was when he was on top of that truck. You know what I'm saying? On top of the ice cream truck. You know what I'm saying? In Jamaica, Queens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Raekwon. Shout out to RZA. Shout out to Raekwon. Shout out to Ghostface. Who didn't care? They was walking the streets like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see Capadonna till I didn't even know who Capadonna was at the time, honestly. So, but I recognized RZA, Raekwon, and Ghost. Those are the only ones I recognized that I saw. Method Man, I saw he was in the RV signing autograph to people through the window. He didn't want to come out the RV. Maybe he was getting ready. Maybe he was getting bent. I don't know what he was doing. You know what I mean? Word. You know what I mean? But he didn't want to come out the RV. Maybe he was just too famous at the time. You know what I mean? But everybody else was out. Everybody else was out. Like the whole other whoop. I didn't see like You God. I didn't see Master Killer. I ain't see too many of the only one, like the ones I just mentioned is the ones I saw. So freaking, and then I saw Fat Joe. Fat Joe was there. And he came out the Coliseum like a big fat gorilla, like pushing people out of the way, bullying people. So I could believe that story about the gym. I could believe it. I could believe that Fat Joe was a big bully. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude was a bully. You know what I'm saying? Like, the dude was a bully. You know what I mean? I could believe that. And I could believe he did rob a gym. You know what I'm saying? In the Bronx. And people probably helped him. He's like, yo, put that in there. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably carried guns. And they knew who he was down with. Tony Montana and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why wouldn't we believe them? Like, come on. All y'all people calling him Kappa. If we're going to call Fat Joe a Kappa, right? Then we need to call every hip-hop artist a Kappa. Because every hip-hop artist exaggerates. What Fat Joe does on this platform, he's a rapper. He just exaggerates a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's all he does. Know what I mean? Anyway, let's get on to the other story. You know what I'm saying? What's the other story we talking about? Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That Mobb Deep album. Good album. Great album. Shout out to Nas, Alchemist, and Havoc for making a great Mobb Deep album. I love it. But let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is AI. Come on. Can't lie to a real Mobb Deep fan. You can't lie to a real Mobb Deep Prodigy fan, right? You just can't. You can't. You can't lie. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And plus, they got a song on there called Pour the Henny. Now, I want y'all peeps. I want y'all to peep something. All right? Now, check it out. My first album. Right? My first album that I ever did called Fire Music. Mixtape. It was like a mixtape. This was in like 2000. 2009. I put it out.
PSVT to DAKOAZT.
It was like in 2009, right? Right? Like 2008, 2009, right? Freaking so 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 we did I did a song called Pour Some Henny. Pour some Henny on the floor for the people we lost. I pour some Henny on the floor. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna post it on the description. So y'all could go listen to it and cop it, and y'all could hear the whole mixtape if you haven't already, whatever. And on that same album, I took a beat from Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's that beat. I need to get away. 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 And it's on that same mixtape. So I feel like they trying to get me back on some ish. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a Big Noise story with this kid Prophet. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Where Prophet moved to Florida, and then Big Noise moved to Florida, and Big Noise was working at Home Depot with Prophet, and you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's none of my business really. But if y'all want to know, I'll tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? But shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is no problem with having a job like 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like before Prodigy passed, Big Noise was working at a Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He was working at Home Depot in Florida. You know what I'm saying? With this kid named Prophet that I used to do music with in the MySpace days. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I mean? Prodigy passed, and Havoc decided to bring him on tour because, you know, I mean, duh. Why not? Big Noise a legend. I mean, in my book, he's a legend, and he's dope, and he know a lot of Prodigy verses, and you know, I can't believe he was ever put in a position to work at a Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? Like, but thankfully they got him out of that situation, and I mean, Home Depot's a good job, right? Right? They pay good. How much they pay? Anyway, so let's get on to the next thing. Yeah, so that's about it. Jim Jones going at Tony Yayo. Jim Jones going at Tony. Well, first he went at Cam. He was talking about something about Freaky Zeke. They got robbed. They got guns pulled onto them, and Freaky Zeke and Jim Jones were ready to do something, but Cam was scared. He just stood there like, oh, yo, this ain't Rico. This ain't Rico from freaking from what's that movie? B? What's that movie? I forgot the name of the movie, B. Word, Paid in Full. This ain't Rico. This is Cam, son. This is Cam, you heard? Facts. So he didn't do nothing. But then he went at Tony Yayo. He said Tony Yayo. He said a lot of things about Tony Yayo. Damn. He said a lot of things about Tony. He said Tony Yayo looked like a bum. He said he looked like he got more types of things on his face, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said Tony Yayo broke. You know what I'm saying? He said all types of things. Shoot. I don't know how Tony Yayo gonna feel about that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jim Jones, bro. Come on, man. You look worse than Tony Yayo. I mean, you dope. You dope. You're a dope cat. I mean, I think Tony Yayo better than you. Like, in the rap. Yo, I would like to see a versus between Jim Jones and Tony Yayo. I think Tony Yayo will rip Jones apart. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Queens and Harlem thing. It's just a real thing. Tony Yayo, I think he doper on the mic than Jim Jones. I mean, come on. Let's keep it real. Who's better? Tony Yayo, of course. You know what I'm saying? Facts! You know what I'm saying? Tony Yayo, facts. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie about this. Tony Yayo is way better than freaking this dude. You know what I'm saying? Jim Jones. Shout out to Jim Jones. He got some good music. You know what I'm saying? But I bet you Tony Yayo start, if Tony Yayo starts spitting again, he will murder it. But even his old shit will murder Jim Jones' new shit. I don't care what you say. And it's not a Queens thing. It's not a Harlem thing. No. It's a real thing. You heard? We keep it real over here. Facts! Yo, it's your boy Hack to the Texas to get that check. All right? I don't drink and drive, so don't think I'm drinking. All right? Shut your mouth. And I can't, there's no way you can mix Palo Viejo with anything. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You crazy out your mind, man. Facts. I'm out.